going after someone in such a case there. I think we would have at least a couple options there.
Okay.
I mean, I think he owns Tri-State Paving as well, does he not?
I don't know the man very personally, so I don't know. I mean, they definitely echoed he did in the behind you.
They've been removing that, what, 2 years?
What?
That dirt,
Well, he kind of did, he did one initially, took quite a bit off.
yeah.
And I had heard, through the grapevine, that part of that agreement was he was supposed to fix the roads. Now that's, I don't know if that's true or not,
I know it's,
but
it's moving.
All right. So the mayor will know that for sure. He's probably watching, truth be known. But Dustin's definitely on it. I'd heard about it before I came in here. I know I'm leaving in 2 months, but I'm still going to be here, working here, driving here. Like I told them, I drove for a year up there, taking some kids to school back and forth. So I know the road needs some repairs. It's just the fact about where we have the resources and how we get it done. And that's where Dustin gets to earn his money. I say things that I forget I should not say. My fault. Go ahead, ma'am.
This is off the subject, so I'm waiting till you will finish that. But my brother that lives in Hawaii just sent me a text this afternoon and says, I hear you're getting some kind of, forgot his words, something like a new business that's going in the racetrack. I don't see anything going in the racetrack. Is there something?
Somebody from Hawaii sent you that?
He knows that.
Wow. Well, there's secrets out there. We might let them out this meeting. We might not. I'll let you know.
He prides himself on.
I'll wait a minute.
All right, here we go. Let's get through citizen concerns first. And once we get through citizen concerns, we'll talk about other things, okay? Any more citizen concerns? Mr. Mike French?
I'll address it.
speaking of zoning.
My name's Mike French. I've been on the zoning committee for going on 2 years. With the election there a week or so ago, elected Councilman Cypher resigned from the zoning committee.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Mike's made a few words. We thank Mike. He's also been our fire department for a very long time. Per KRS on the zoning, 2/3 of the zoning commission, which consists of 2 representatives from the Graham County Fiscal Court, cities of Russell, Raceland, Worthington, Bellefonte, Flatwoods, and Greenup at this time, is what we spoke about earlier on the zoning commission represents us. So since there's 2/3 have to be citizens, we already have a few elected officials on there from the other areas. So Mike's agreed to step down. And so honestly, that's a wonderful opportunity for anyone who wants to get involved. They meet sometimes once a month, sometimes once a quarter, according to need. We would provide training for anyone who's interested. So if anyone would like to fill this vacant position, please let us know.
Be smart for somebody from Coleman Hutch to actually.
I mean, it's a
try to
great
get
way.
in and fill that position. It would.
It's a great way to be involved. Don't everybody jump at once tonight, but just pass the word if anyone would like to. It's not a paid job, and it can be a little intense job too, because you do have to be at the public hearings, but it is a good thing. So please pass along to your neighbors, anyone, that we are looking for someone to fill his vacancy. Thank you.
So do we have any more citizen concerns? Good. All right, moving on through the agenda, we have approval of the minutes. So I need a motion for someone to approve the minutes.
You are allowed to vote.
I'm allowed to vote.
You are allowed. Just abstain.
I'll make a motion.
All right, motion by Ann. Go have a second. Second by Jackie. Call roll.
You can all in favor, actually.
Can you do all in favor?
Robert's rule, you can.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin,
Yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
Yes.
and Councilman Wayne Tackett.
Yes.
Okay, approval of the minutes. Now we gotta approve all these bills that we got here. So I need a motion to approve the bills. Keep looking at you, Ann. You got your Ann. I need a second for the approval of the bills. I'll give you a second to look at them. One second.
I'll second.
All right, got a second. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin,
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis,
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Wayne Tackett.
Yes.
You know, I gotta go for voting.
So now on the agenda, we have the second reading of the ordinance. Mr. Dustin Burchett is going to address us with it at the podium as he likes so much. I guess I'm not going to beat Wortland, am I, at 17 minutes?
No, you ain't gonna be working.
I had a challenge to do that, but
Well, thank you all again. Thank you for everyone that voted. Congratulations to all of our new council members. Huge thank you to our outgoing council members. Mr. Tackett's been here with me since the very beginning, and I absolutely appreciate his support. And I'll be honest, a lot of trust in me when I first came on the scene. Jackie, you were here technically new again, but back on about a month ago. And of course, Ms. Clevens Cook, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
She's was very challenging out of the gate, which I love. She was a great asset to the city, and I hope down the road she will come back to us in some form. Here they are. But one thing we were discussing in the last council meeting was we were looking at some rate increases that surprised us. I have, and I'll be glad to pass it around. I didn't print enough copies, I'm sorry. We're looking at an 8% increase on water rates from the city of Russell. Usually the only increase is about 3-4%. What I'm gonna recommend though for the council, because one thing with the new council coming in, one thing's been discussed very heavily, and I discussed this with the candidates, is repealing part of this ordinance that we're digging into, called the utility policy ordinance, building policy ordinance, is the sewer surcharge. For anyone that has sewer in our city limits, only sewer, you get charged $1.50. That goes into a designated account. It works for repairs, lift stations, things of that nature. It's something that Mayor Wilson said, well, you've spoken to me about for the past couple of years, you'd like to see repealed. So at this time, I would like us to table this ordinance. We'll get the new council on. We'll look at the entire ordinance at once when they get their feet under it. And hopefully be able to fulfill that off with that next upcoming budget, because we don't want to repeal any current income right now in the stream of our budget. So that's that for that. Second thing for me is in tabling, you all don't have to do anything. Unless you all truly want to pass it, I'm just saying table.
no, I'd say I think they want to table it, but I do think some people are wondering. I was talking to Ann earlier, and a comparison between cities around us of how much their water is per 1,000 gallons might be something that would be handy to kind of have to see where we are as what we pay as a city compared to cities around us.
It fluctuates. I mean, we're usually right around the middle. It all depends also where you live. You live outside or inside the city limits. So some cities have a lot larger rates for outside city limits. Some cities have commercial. We don't have commercial rates. We have across the board residential. It's what's interesting about City of Raceland is, we are always either last or second to last in property tax rates every year. That's something that was decided many years ago, well before these people never took the compensating tax rates. So the reason we didn't take that, obviously, it's nothing, everyone loves our school district. We have very high school tax here. So it made things a little unique. I felt looking in the past minutes, people were afraid to touch our property tax rate versus other cities. So right now, I believe we're second. I believe Greenup might have dropped below us this time, but we're year last or second at 0.201 on our property tax rate. We also don't have an ad valorem tax. That's a vehicle tax. If you live in the city of Worthington, for example, they're our sister city, and if you will, in the school district, they pay the same school district tax, the property tax is double ours, and they have an ad valorem. So it balances itself out. You might pay a little bit less on utilities, you might pay a little more in taxes from city to city.
It's neat. I guess we're tabling this. Does anybody want to make a motion to try to pass it? So are we going?
When's our contract with Russell up on this one we got now?
It's up now.
Well, I was told it wasn't up for 3 more years.
It's up. And according to Mayor Simpson of Russell, the new rate is going to start December 1st on our next year.
So he raised,
I'm sorry.
did Russell raise their water?
8%. That's to us, Flatwoods, and Portland through a bypass. Portland gets the same water from through Flatwoods.
And Green, does Greenup get it too?
Green Pass.
Green passed their.
Now, GCC, which I'm a commissioner on, what we did was we did a rate study, is we were looking at 84-cent rates per thousand, but we staggered it over many years, and we've already absorbed that. The first was 15 cents, 21 cents, well, on and on, to stagger it out, to try to make it easier on the cities to absorb. That's one thing we did, and now myself, Mayor Wilson, that's what we voted on as board members for that commission. But we don't have a vote when it comes to the rates that come from the city of Russell right now. We just have contracts like Ann spoke to, and that's it.
Dustin, that $1.50 you charge on the water bill, is that kind of a term limit, for lack of a better way?
It did at one time, and that term limit before my time was ended, and it became perpetual. When they changed it, I believe from $2 to $1.50, they took out the term limit on it.
Yeah, because originally the $2 was for 5 years.
Yes.
Half went to the loan, half went to upgrades.
Yes, and our city clerk, Susie Dubois, she's been excellent in keeping track of these things. We have that in a separate account, the sewer surcharge account. And that account can only be used for specific things, like whether it's lift stations. If you're like JR, who lives in front of all of our lift stations, he's probably seen our guys out there changing transistors, or us having to call an electrician in because we've got faulty wires. That's what it's been 100% used for. It only brings in a little under $19,000 a year. I feel like in the next budget, we can probably absorb that kid. So we'll just let it go. And, for context, and I get talking, I know everybody wants to get home. We deal with a lot of people on fixed incomes. We deal with a lot of people that $1.50 actually could make a difference if we could help lower a little bit. So I know it don't sound like a lot, but it's something I think we could do to try to help. So that's why we're going to table this and revisit it before the next budget.
All right.
Real quick question, $1.50 account.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what the balance of that account is at this time? Not trying to put you on.
That's okay. I have
Yeah.
it.
So this has happened in the past, and people came down with concern, they had problems. We're paying to have this problem resolved, and they were told there's no money in that account. That was hard to pay. That's what I'm curious about.
It did just recently pay for several bills.
Okay.
There's $989.36 in there right now.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Next that I'll be addressing is Councilman Forrest Artis, one of our citizens brought a lot of concerns about speed bumps, speeding around the Racing School District, predominantly Front Street, or France, however you want to say it. I'm churching it up. Brown Street, Kim Street. If I had a good tech guy, I'd probably put stuff on that TV so everybody can see it. I thought I had a good tech guy right there, but, so we have, usually what we do on speed, there you go. So what we do on speed bumps in the past, to be fair, is, because just because one person comes on your road and says, hey, I'm on a speed bump, don't mean the other 30 on your road. We usually ask for a petition. But due to the concerns that was raised to us and concerns for school safety, we felt that I would like to put it to the council to vote to approve us putting these speed bumps in. And they all have a map on it. I don't care to pass the map around if anybody wants to look. The school district has worked with me on this because it is part of the property that isn't ours, and they said we could put one on their property too.
So the city did talk to the school about that little corner there.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
I know Brickers, yeah, well, you know, I know Brickers there at the end of the street, they get the worst of it. Yeah.
For context, we're referring to by the softball field. A lot of people think that's a city street, that the school actually owns that.
Yeah, they own the biggest part of it.
So, that was one of the concerns, is that blind spot and that curve there. And the school district, the superintendent said we could put one in the straightaway. The other one will be right out here, because there has been, yes, everybody asked me the roofs, we're close to the groundbreaking. We've been buying permits and everything under the world. A lot of people don't realize we're in floodplain right now.
I do.
You do, because you have a house right there. So we will be groundbreaking there. But some people are concerned about the increased traffic here, so we're gonna put one right here right by the splash pad. We're gonna put another one on Brown Street, and we're gonna put another one on Frame Street. We're gonna try to keep them in where there's already set concrete, because one thing we ran into is the bricks. It's hard to get them to get into the bricks and not wall around.
Yeah,
How
because,
do you do that without messing with the integrity of the
Yeah.
street?
we're all concerned about our
We're gonna put them in
bricks.
concrete.
Yeah.
We have concrete strips where we've already had leaks or things
They're
like
over
that.
100 years old, those bricks are.
Thank you, Brian. And congratulations. Another one of our new council members.
So there's already, I see what you're saying. So there's already been a break in the road, so there's already concrete there. You just gonna put them on top of concrete.
Well, I believe one of the neighbors, didn't he put some concrete out there to try to stop them at one time?
I'm not sure. I hope not, but I'm not sure.
No, it wasn't me. I'm not gonna put concrete on our brick streets. I love
But
brick streets.
to address a question from Hawaii, which I think is amazing, is one thing I promote for our city is people know who we are and we exist. And it's, there's some things legally I can't say yet, but what I can do is I can publicly thank Danny Howell and Bonzo Family LLC. We've been working for close to 3 years now on finding we'll say new neighbors at the, where the old driving range and the entire racetrack property is. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be making a very nice announcement for the city.
So we check with him first.
Yeah.
I was checking my phone to see.
Give him the number.
A few documents have been signed yet. He's still got signed one. When it gets to him, he's gonna sign and, but.
I say we just call Hawaii.
Yeah, I guarantee you, he will.
That's one thing I do. I get asked that a lot. And, Mr. Jackson said that, of course, I still did the teacher report. One thing I do for you all is talk to businesses. And we work on with property owners like Danny and his family to try and bring in, because we want more roads paved, we want more of this, we all deserve more. We need to bring in more. And businesses bring in jobs, bring in taxes, bring in utilities, bring in new people, they build new homes, it helps our city grow. So hopefully the next month, we'll be having a lot of very big fun announcements, and you'll be seeing a lot of dirt moving between that location there and the Bonzo property.
Gosh, you had to say dirt moving? We're gonna use helicopters this time. We're just gonna.
I have a question that, I'm tickled pink that we're getting something in here in that piece of property, but what's gonna happen to the brick building that's there? Will we lose it?
That's not part of the initial.
That's not part of it, okay, because that's
Or-
history, I mean, that's where our racetrack is,
4 acres.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
4 acres.
4 acres.
okay.
I respect
Thank you.
our future new neighbor, I'm sorry, I can't say the name. I mean, it's their thing to do, but this small town, I think everybody knows who it is.
Well, there's something going on down there, which is actually in Portland.
That's
Yeah.
Dollar
What
General,
is
that's already been announced.
Yeah, that's Dollar General Food Mart.
Yeah, Market.
Oh, I thought that was going in the same place for sandwiches.
Another dollar.
That's-
No, their lease is about up, so they're.
So where's it
They're moving
gonna be? Where is it?
We're down.
That's another one of our specialties, great work by them, and Mayor Bobby Randall.
I just figured it was.
So no more secret announcements? No more secret announcements? Okay. All right, yes. Please, Dustin, sit down. Now we're going to hear from the police chief, Mr. Sammons, about the police department report and how many nice people we have in our city.
All right, last month, the department answered 346 calls for service.
Not so many.
We're probably 150 more calls this year than we did last year. We still got 2 more months to go. I want to kind of bring you all up to date. Everybody knows that Fade, funding was pulled from Fade, and we shut down. We have started removing equipment from Fade and split between us and the city of Russell.
Hang on. Does everybody know what Fade is?
There's a 5-foot area road that's Portsmouth Pasture. Just kind of give you an idea of some of the equipment we brought down here. And it's all police equipment. We brought 3 suppressed rifles, 4 Glock 26s, 3 Glock 380s, 2 shotguns, a break and brake, which you use on raids to break out windows, clear the glass, a ballistic shield, 2 patrol shields, 5 tasers, a giant full medical trauma kit we take on raids, 3 Motorola digital radios. Now these things are about $5,000 a piece. Several tourniquets, chest seal pairs, binoculars, flashlights, and there's still tons of stuff that we have to go get. With pay, well, we've had an officer in there for a while. We have a 2017 Nissan Pathfinder. I'd like to ask council to declare surplus, so we can ready to sell it.
I'll make a motion.
All right, got a
I'll make a
motion. Motion is, you want a second, Ann? Your motion down here?
Yeah.
Second, okay. Roll call.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin,
Yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis,
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
Yes.
and Councilman Wayne Tackett.
Yes.
Okay, now the officer that has been working up the Fade, he goes back on my regular schedule Friday, and he'll be a patrolman. So, now, I also have another item I want to ask you all to surplus. We have 2 canines. One of them, Chadwick works with, Blitz, he's a great dog. Zeta is a great dog, but we don't have no officers that want to be a canine officer. If you don't work with these dogs every day, they lose their training abilities and everything else. I've had 3 different departments approach me interested in possibly buying her to keep her working. And we've been offered around $4,000 for her.
Wow. So we need a motion on selling of the canine dog.
Yep.
Got a motion?
I'll do.
I'll second it.
Council.
Motion by Jackie,
Yeah.
second by Ann.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm sitting down here in another country.
I keep waving at you.
Hawaii. Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis,
Say yes, Jackie.
Okay, yes.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin,
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
Yes.
and Councilman Wayne Tackett.
Yes.
All right, sell your dog.
Okay.
If you surplus an animal or something that's directly related to the police department, when we sell that, where does those funds go?
Goes to the
Police department.
Okay, the department was just awarded a $10,000 vest grant. Gulls came up today, measured all the officers, and they said they should be shipping the new vest out within 45 days. It's 100% grant. We don't cost us money. They've also told me they want us to come back and reapply. They've done all our pre-approved me, come out and get it, to buy a rifle plate vest. Because these things here will not stop a rifle. You gotta have a separate vest for that. But they said we would get that, ballistic helmets, and some other items, and hopefully we'll never need it. But if you ever have to charge a house with someone with a rifle, we don't have a chance. Okay, my last thing here is shop with the college. Just kind of give you all a little bit about it. Last year, we took 185 kids to Walmart, and we fed 600 people. We start out with a community dinner, and it's gonna be on December 16th. And this year it's gonna be up at the middle school.
Good.
Let us use it, it gives us a lot more room, a lot more parking. Everybody is welcome to come to the end.
They're letting us use their kitchens there? Or we still? cook?
We can open the kitchen if you want to. I think Carlos wants to cook down here and the
Yeah.
fire department's gonna help transport it up there.
Transport? Okay.
We do have warmers up there that we can use. We also have, we have more than enough seating to seat everybody.
Because he cooks for about 3 days.
Yeah.
Because he has to make so many hams and so many turkeys and everything, to get all the stuff baked.
Where'd you say, Don, it was gonna be at middle school?
It's the middle school,
That's awesome.
What time?
6 o'clock. Now, at 7:30, we take all these children that we get raised funds for to Walmart. Like I said, last year we took 158 kids. Each kid got to spend $150.
And I cry like a baby.
You, I mean, it really does. You'll take these kids in, they won't want to spend the money on themselves, they want to spend it on their
Mom and dad.
or grandparents. Because I had one little girl one year said, "Can I buy my grandma a pair of shoes?" I said, "It's your money if that's what you want to spend some of it." She said, "Grandma, I don't have no shoes." Had another little boy, got a Matchbox car, and he's done it. And I said, "Don't you want any more?" He said, "No, Mom, can't afford it." And I said, "Mom's not paying for this." She said, "No, Mom can't afford it." I could never talk him into getting something else besides that whole Matchbox car.
It's the most rewarding thing I ever do. I mean, it is. I've been involved with it for a few years. It amazes me what Don and Carlos and what they can do, what they can accomplish. And we had that fire department absolutely packed. We couldn't have got another person in there for that dinner. And it's full families. And it's not just for Raceland, it's for the whole area.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
take kids more.
Yeah. And
Now,
they deliver dinners. They even delivered to my mom and dad out in Westwood on a fire truck.
I mean,
My dad was tickled to death. I mean, it's awesome.
now, all this is done on donations.
Mhm.
All the money that's used on the kids is all donated, all the food is donated, all the labor that night is donated. I try to get every officer in Green County to show up, so we have a large police presence, so it's called Chocolate Stop. The fire department helps me tremendously. So we'll have the firemen in their uniforms, they'll show up, they'll take the kids around. I'll have volunteers there from the public, they'll take these kids around. Because I like it one-on-one, I don't want to cram like 3 or 4 kids. I can be able to take one and spend a little bit of time with that kid. Now, the only other thing with this, we always partnered with Worthington. And for whatever reason, I don't know why Worthington said this year, we're not gonna do it with you, we're gonna do our own, and we're only gonna take Worthington kids.
We don't know their date either, do we?
No, they
Okay.
may tell us their day or anything. So,
The thing about this event, and like Jackie said too, is it's truly a countywide event. I spoke about this today at the fiscal court meeting. Chief and I spoke at the Portland City meeting. You'll have almost every mayor, you'll have your judges act, you'll have your state reps, you'll have everybody come. And we get calls from kids from all over. And we don't ask what school district, where you're from, are you in need? And that's what's important. And let me say, Carlos isn't here today, and I wish him well. He had a procedure done today, or he would be here. He is absolutely amazing. I personally want to thank the middle school principal, Kyle Russell, and middle school vice principal here, J.R. Cook, for securing us the middle school. Like Jackie pointed out, last year, it grew. And it just keeps growing, and it's amazing. We definitely need your all's help. Even it's not easy sometimes taking the kids. Sometimes you just got to start throwing stuff in the buggy for them, like he says. Yeah. Oh, you like that one? Okay, let's go. But I hope to see a lot of people here because, like he said, when you do a one-on-one, what happens, and I told a few of you before this, is we get bottlenecked because we closed down the garden center up there at Walmart. We have 2 registers going. And the truth of the matter is we have to have 2 people at the registers to mark off the barcodes and everything. I mean, that's just the way it
And
is.
we do that, so
They can't be
some
returned.
parents can't.
Can't
return
take them back
Yes.
in time.
Right.
And it's for all types of kids. We get kids that are maybe a little bit older to ask to go separate because, I'm gonna be honest, they might feel a little embarrassed. And we also help with anyone that's special needs or anything like that. We make accommodations. So,
And then if the family don't have transportation, we arrange for transportation for them. We load them up in the cruisers.
Where did you give any reason for not participating?
About all they said was they had some people in town that wanted to donate to Worthington, but they only wanted to spend on Worthington kids, so they were gonna drop out with us and just do their own.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is. 'Cause-
Now.
And we're not going to turn down
No,
Worthington
No,
kids
we
if they
never-
come
we
over
never
here.
done anybody.
I don't care where.
So,
If they need help.
We're not going to say, hey, you're from Worthington, go to your own. We're not going to do that. We're going to take them regardless.
Now, right now, we've raised so far $10,000. And I'm hoping to raise at least 25 to 30, that's what I did last year.
So donations are welcome. And on any food, Carlos,
Yeah,
he
you can
posted.
go on Facebook, there's a
He's
list.
posted what
You'll
food
see
you
a
can
thing,
donate.
Graceland Workman Shop at the top.
Mhm,
It's got a list of all the food items we need.
mhm.
I mean, even if all you can do is bring a can of green beans, we'll take it.
Mhm.
Because Carlos, that's what he's done, is cutting green beans and cans of corn open and fixing them, and baking turkeys and hams and eating rolls, making stuffing, macaroni and cheese. I couldn't do what all the man made. But he works 3 days getting everything ready.
I brought a case of green beans over to City Bill today.
Okay. Anybody knows anybody that wants to donate?
Who is that way down there?
I don't care if it's $1. I mean, I'll take it from them.
Do you have a form that I can turn it to the company?
yes, I can print one off if you catch me before you leave.
And if anybody wants to come down and help, believe me, the
Yeah.
help is welcome.
We're-
Because we never have enough help.
No.
And it's amazing.
Now, are we going to, are they going to be handing out the baskets of food from here still?
What we're gonna do, now another thing we do for all these kids and families, we make sure they have Christmas dinner. We get a food box for Christmas dinner with a ham and everything we made go with for Christmas. And give them to the families to take home. What we're gonna do, I think, if Carlos ain't talked to Danny yet, he's in his big box trailer. Put them all in it, take them up to the school, and then as the families come out to go to Walmart, give them to the families to take with them.
And it's all about donation. That's what amazes me with our city here, what our little city does. Absolutely amazes me. It really does.
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
All right, good job. Now we have the fire department try to follow that. Come on up, Mr. Hal. What's the fire department doing for the city? Besides pulling deer off the roads.
Best slow month for fire department.
That's a good
We
thing.
only had 8 calls this month. We did have a couple special events. We went to school like we always do for the football game. We're back there this Friday night for second round playoff game. It was a good month for us. We did get out in the community quite a bit. We participated in water battles, old fashioned days. Our team won water battles, put in Sandy, Wortland. Wortland had 2 teams. But we did win. We got a trophy last night. It was on Facebook last night. They come and presented it to us. This month was busy with the school. We done fire prevention with the elementary school. We done it with a couple preschools. And then we had presents at the block party. The new fire truck, for you guys that's been around for a while, following up on it, it's about 85%. Yesterday, booked my trip to South Dakota for the middle of next month to do the final inspection. I'll be taking 3 people with me and our sales rep. Delivery date should be early, mid-January for here. Last month, I asked you guys to surplus the current engine we have now. We have received back a tentative agreement from Lyon County down around Paducah. They made an offer on the truck and we've accepted that. And the agreement is, I sit here tomorrow, we'll get half payment up front, second half payment on their receival of our truck now. And they will not take delivery of our current engine until we get our new one. Because they are just replacing a truck and are still in service.
How much did we sell it for?
We sold it for $220. And it is 16 years old. So we done pretty well.
And from the financial side of that, that first payment there will be what he's collecting up front. The second payment we'll be making on that truck will be in July of next year. From there, and this is more for the council, the new council as well, then we will then begin refinancing the truck and getting it in lower payments into us, so local. Because when you go this, we kind of get pulled a little bit away from here on, at least for the first couple of years, we got to make a couple payments to get the contract on the truck, so.
Other than that, for the council, our parts, we've got our Christmas dinner scheduled. For our members, council is more than welcome to attend. It is December the 7th. It's over here at the First Baptist Church Gymnasium. It'll be from 6 to 8. And we welcome you guys to attend the council. And that's all I got from the fire department.
We need to do final oral. Do they need to approve it?
It's already.
All right, fire department, now we're down to council concerns. Council concerns.
Yes.
Come on, man, bring it.
It's getting reversed.
As you go up into Williams off of Pond Run or Belmont Road there, going into Williams, there's a white van's been sitting there forever and you can't see to get out.
It's broke down.
Is that what it is?
Well, why don't they move it? You can't hardly see to get
They
out.
said they called 2 different records, and neither one of them showed up. So he said there's nothing else, they don't, one don't get here for long, he's gonna look at change to it.
Okay.
But it is broke down.
It really makes it hard, that's hard to get out there anyway, and then that van's sitting there, you can't see.
That's an easy solution. I got a chain and a truck. Oh, wait, I don't. My wife's car broke down. I'm with Mike. Other concerns? Never let me be mayor again? I got that. I understand that. We have fun, don't we? At school even.
School, yeah.
All right, no more concerns? We have no need to go into executive session. We're not firing anybody tonight? All right. All right, I need a motion to adjourn. Ann?
I'll make a motion.
I'll say,
All right, we got a second from Wayne. Roll call.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin.
It's not.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin.
Yes.
Councilman Wayne Tackett.
yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest
Yes.
Artist.
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook.
Yes.
And Councilman J.R. Cook.
Yes. We'll see you next month.
It's a good crowd. Thank you all.
I guess I'm gonna get my tools out and go up there and help work on the road.